What's up, y'all? Alvin here, and today I'm going to show you everything I have in my Yeti GoBox 60, and it's a lot.
I tell the good jokes.
All right, so before we get started, I just want to thank you for being here once again. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it actually helps me out a lot. And it shows me that, somebody appreciates what I'm doing here with these videos. I've done a series of videos on these Yeti GoBoxes, everything from the smallest one up to this one. I'll throw a link up there, playlists. You can watch all of them. Without further ado, let's get into it. A lot of stuff in here. All right, so I have an extra Caddy here. That doesn't come with the GoBox, but you can buy them separately, or if you have other GoBoxes. The nice thing is all these Caddies will fit in all the different GoBoxes. All right, so first off, in the Caddy on the right here, I've got tippet material, everything from 60 pound down to some maybe 10, 12 pound. It's great because those all fit there. Behind, I have some of the little buff finger guards. These are for when you're doing a lot of stripping and you don't want to abrade your fingers. You can stick one of those on. So I've got a couple of packs of those. Next to that, you will see my, also did a video on this thing here too, this little Gerber tool, and it is attached to the Gerber Defender. I usually just stick that on my belt before I hop in the boat. Also got multiple extra camera batteries. So these are for my big camera, and I also have extra batteries for the GoPro. Those things are in here somewhere as well. A little lens cleaning cloth. You gotta have those. And I've got my nippers. These are pretty cool. These are from Hatch. And I've got another little lanyard with my whistle. Gotta have that to be legal. More scissors. Got a nail knot tool. All kinds of goodies in there. Okay, so over here in the other Caddy, I've got a spare reel. Now, actually, this is a reel that is rigged up for right-hand retrieve, left-hand retrieve. So if I have a lefty on the boat, I can just take one of the other reels off, put this reel on, we're good to go. Bottle opener. I don't even know why that's in there. I can't remember the last time we had a bottle of anything on the boat. Gerber multi-tool. You got to have tools wherever you go, just in case something goes wrong. Need to put it back together. Then I just got like miscellaneous, like this is that Yeti stuff for zippers, a pen, some little packets of hydration stuff, lens cleaners for glasses, all that. I've got my spare set of old man glasses. These have come in handy a few times. My camera, so this is my main camera that I take photos with, and I like to keep that right here near the top. And then just some randoms, I've got a bag full of tube flies that somebody sent me a while back. Bust those out every once in a while. So I've got the tube flies, and I've got a pack of hooks in there. All right, let's dig in a little deeper. So one of the reasons I really like this thing is because I'm able to put everything I need to get into my skiff and fish for a day. So normally I would have to make multiple trips on the truck, grabbing all this stuff and opening up the different compartments in the boat and putting stuff in. With this, everything's ready to go. I just grab it, throw it on the back of the boat, and we take off. So I've got my earmuffs. I wear those whenever I'm running the engine. Years in the music business, got some hearing issues, so I'm trying to protect what I got left. the GoPro, the trusty GoPro. Now, sometimes I'll take this thing out and actually mount it on my polling platform. I did a whole nother video about how I have my boat rigged out. I'll throw a link for that up there. You can see that. So I've got one small box of flies, and these are kind of, sort of, you know, use them sometimes type of flies. So I have these in a small box. I've got a spare lens for my camera. Need to get some close-up shots. Pull that one out, throw it on. And then there's my main fly box, and I have done a whole video about what's in this box, so you can check that out as well. Then I've also done a whole video on why you should wear your life jackets, and I have the Coast Guard required life jackets in the boat under the hatch, the big orange ones, but I like to wear these when we're running. This is one of the reasons why I went to this box, because I can just stick these guys back in here and they're out of the way when we're fishing. So I can put a lot of stuff in here, everything I need, and there's a place for it. Okay, so one last compartment, or one last area. So in here you can see I've got spare glasses, so I've got spare sets for my clients in case somebody doesn't have the right tint, somebody's got some gray lenses and we need something a little bit lighter to see. And I also have a spare set for myself, so I have a set that I wear on normal days, and then I have a set that I wear on cloudy days, so more high-vis lens. So yeah, multiple sunglasses. I've got my VHF radio, so this thing has an emergency function here. It's got a GPS. If you open that up and push that, it sends a notification, and the search and rescue crews will come out and start looking for you. But it's just nice to have the radio for all kinds of reasons, emergency reasons. Sometimes if I'm on a guided trip with multiple guides, we can keep in contact over the radio, especially if we're out of cell signal. So there's that. I've got bug spray. I've got multiple sunscreens. People bring sunscreen and they leave it on the boat, and so they just all kind of pile up in here. Got a fillet knife, just in case, you never know. You might want to keep a fish and eat it. So I've got a fillet knife. It's nice because it's folding, so that fits in there nice and easy. I've got a first aid kit. I also have another first aid kit in the boat, but I like to have this one in here. And then I've got a jump starter, so in case the battery's dead. I've never had to use that for the boat, but I have had to use it for my truck in the parking lot. I made a whole video about lifetime batteries for your car, lifetime warranties, and why maybe that's not the best thing for a battery, and there's a video for that. All right, in the top compartments, just kind of your basic stuff. I've actually got the manual for my outboard and the manual for my radio. Don't really use that very often. In this compartment, I have got, now this is extra liters, 12-pound, 20-pound liters, which is typically what I use. This is pretty cool here. This is a little waterproof notepad from a company called Right in the Rain. They sent me these. So this is waterproof paper and a pen in case I need to take some notes. And it doesn't matter whether I'm taking a note and it's raining or if I drop it in the water and get it wet. It's still right. Middle compartment, just more leaders, shock tippet, stuff that I don't use a lot. There's something that I always throw in here, is these little silica gel packs. Like this came in something I bought somewhere. I just like to throw them in these packs because I figure anything to help cut down on moisture inside here with all my gear. And in the last zippered compartment, I've got all water guide stickers. So somebody hops on the boat with me and says, hey man, can I have a sticker? One of y'all stickers. I got plenty of them to go around. And I also keep my Merchant Mariner credential, captain's license, in the boat. I have my fishing license in my pocket in my wallet. So that is everything that I have in my Yeti GoBox 60. This is specifically for fishing in the salt. I have a GoBox 30 that I use in my skiff for fishing on the river. But that is everything I need for fishing in the salt. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. And in the meantime, good luck on the water.